So the little Sonic thing going on. Also, I misspoke yesterday. So it is the 7 Chaos and not Master Emeralds. There's only 1 Master Emerald. many a salty Sonic fan corrected me on this.
Oh, whatever, man.
So the 7 best Sonic mains at this tournament each brought a different color Chaos Emerald, or they, each got them at the start of the thing. And each time one of them is eliminated, they pass it on to another Sonic that's still in the bracket. So right now, Komorikiri has 4 Chaos Emeralds, and Spark, a.k.a. Static Manny, a.k.a. Onihiro, a.k.a. Tyrell, has 3. And these 2 are the last ones left. So there's going to be a little treat just in case one Sonic happens to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, but I'm not going to give it away for you guys. So either way, yes, exactly. And plus, if Komo goes Cloud, he has to have, like, materia or something instead, Like, why didn't the Clouds get together and do something cheesy like this? Is it because we have no pride in our character? We're just sellouts who want to win? Yeah,
kind
probably.
Of, yeah.
But, I made Lucina, so I'm not part of that.
What happened to the Falcon, man?
Dude, what? What's that?
Dude, what? Like,
okay.
What? Like,
anyway. Yeah, Komorikiri, one of the strongest in Japan. His results in Japan have been way stronger than they have in the United States, though. He has yet to take home a major here, even take top 3. I think 5th is pretty much his cap. He got 5th at Abadongo Saga, 17th at EVO, but then, you look at his results profile that's going to come up, and it's just a whole bunch of wins in Japan.
Absolutely.
So this guy's a monster at home. And, there's a whole bunch of reasons why playing while traveling is super difficult. You've got jet lag, nerves, lack of your home environment, etc. Like, like in Earthbound, how Ness feels homesick.
Oh, yeah.
Totally can happen to the Smashers when they travel.
Yep.
So, I don't know if that's affecting Komorikiri's gameplay at all, but he's been looking better and better every time he comes. So I think he's getting a lot more used to it. Also, these guys are both from the Kansai region of Japan, so that, to me, indicates that they probably play a lot.
Sure. Yeah, I remember there were whispers at Genesis 3 that Komorikiri was probably the best player in Japan. Renai had kind of all the buzz around him and had a lot of the results, but Komorikiri was on a huge come-up, and you can see that right there. He's got first at Sumabato? Sumabato?
Yeah, Sumabato, yeah.
Yeah, I always worry that I'm saying that wrong. But he's got it for the one before Big House 6, got the one at Sumabato 12 and 11, got first at Karisuma 8. I mean, this guy's been all over the board in Japan, but over here, like you said, just hasn't seen the same level of success. So maybe this will be his tournament. Kind of a shame that he has to play against his, his brethren in Rima.
Definitely a shame, but this was actually slated to be Komorikiri versus Larry Lur. However, Rima pulled that upset off and then went on to take Supergirl Kells out in the round afterward. So we do have the Japan on Japan clash right now. It's going to be Toon, Link, and Cloud. No Sonic from Komorikiri. Let's see where this goes. Of course, it's going to be Smashville in terms of where it actually goes. Welcome to my neighborhood.
Yep, here we go. Right now, you see Como content to just charge that limit. That's one of the things that makes it difficult for Toon Link is a lot of Toon Links, what they'll do is try to get those projectiles, get that free easy damage, but if you're not on point, Cloud could just get a free limit off that just sitting on the other end of the stage.
Yeah, and Komorikiri definitely listening to his tag, the little self-reminder.
Yep.
Always breaking his limits. Just, one thing as a Cloud player myself that interests me about that, I'd sometimes like to save the actual popping of the first limit for a moment when my opponent's going to have a lot of percent. But Komorikiri is just like, no, I want to fight with these stat boosts. And if I have to use my limit to recover or something, like, that's why you would want to save the initial first break. He doesn't care. He's just going to run away and camp again. So I really appreciate that kind of style. It's just like now this character is a lot more fearsome just in his general attributes.
And I feel like it's probably advantageous against Toon Link, right? So, like, if you charge limit, let's say on the Smashville platform, and you're charging it up, that puts you at a very bad position with Cloud with such a limited recovery against most characters because they could just hit you off and then edge guard. Toon Link isn't really that kind of character. He can't really chase you off and do much off that.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. He's definitely got some stuff. And I've seen Rima play as of yesterday. He's surprisingly aggressive, but he actually just boldly stood up right into that limit up B from Cloud, one of my favorite ways to end stocks. I love that. It has so many active frames. You can just eat up their stand-up.
It's so active, and it's so kind of disjointed. It covers so many options. And then even if you miss it, you're so high in the air, you can kind of, you got a ton of drift, too, so you can get away. But he gets hit by that forward smash on the side of the stage. Toon Link's forward smash is so incredibly strong if you can hit it.
That immediate response time. He's looking like an Asus monitor out here, dude. That was pretty ridiculous.
0 MS.
Yeah.
0 MS.
0% also. But now he's actually going to be able to get up right past Komorikiri, rolls into the center, and he had control there for a second, but now it's looking like Komorikiri is just going to run away, charge that limit, and make Toon Link chase him down, which is definitely not his strong suit.
Right now you see Como almost having that full limit, so he's not going to charge it up anymore. Next hit will probably do it. There it is.
Very hopeful punish there by Rima, or at least punish attempts with the forward smash. Would have been big damage, would have been the tilter.
Yep.
But actually just a little bit too slow. And look how evasive this guy is. He's done stand-up from the edge 3 different times, but has mixed up what he does after every time, too. And Komorikiri's having a lot of trouble following it. Though not too much trouble getting the job done regardless, because he is up by quite a massive amount. One limit break of almost any sort, well, side B and down B will definitely do the job for him.
Yeah, it depends on where on the stage he is, but he's racking up a little bit of free damage. That bomb exploding. Right now, Rima just shy of 100%. He's got to be careful now he comes back onto the stage. He uses that bomb to cover him. That was so smart. He rolls on stage knowing that the bomb is going to explode, hoping that it would cover him a bit.
And he's starting to build this back, gets the tech read with the boomerang, but oh, if only he were a little faster with the bomb throw, realizing that Komorikiri had whiffed the grab. He could have been doing some big stuff right now, but instead, he's got to recover.
Throws that bomb out. Smart stuff. He wants to make sure it does not explode while he's off stage.
Look at these ledge mix-ups, though. He literally has not come back to the stage the same way multiple times at all.
So right now, Rima trying to get away. I think he's going for like a bomb fair setup to get him off stage, maybe to expend that limit. If he can get like a something into a forward smash, but he jumps right into a cross/limit break. And that's going to be it for Rima. Game 1. Komorikiri takes it.
He was working that comeback so effectively, too. Rima definitely looking so much better toward the later stages of that game. But Komorikiri just had such a strong start that he couldn't catch up.
Yeah. So right now we're out to Game 2. I'm trying to think of what would be a good counter pick for this kind of character. You know, your mind is naturally drawn to stuff like Duck Hunt, Final Destination, with a bit more space. But against Cloud, I don't know if that's the best option. I mean, you're a Cloud main. Do you have any like idea of what a good counter pick would be for this?
I would say as long as he avoids going to the tri-platform stages, can't really go wrong from there. A lot of different benefits from all the different picks. Basically, as long as you avoid Battlefield and Dreamland, you're looking good.
Okay.
However, if this goes to Game 3, Rima's only going to be able to, I'm sorry, Game 5, or, you know, if it becomes a situation where Komorikiri gets a counter pick, he's not going to be able to avoid one of those stages.
Exactly.
And I think that Toon Link actually is capable of shield grabbing Cloud's back air most of the time. If it's like perfectly spaced.
Wow.
Ooh,
that's not something that a lot of characters can say, though. Like, usually that space Cloud back air can create some problems for a lot of characters.
As long as you have a fast and long enough grab, it's possible. But then again, you know, if he does it like super, like first frame before he has to land, then it might be completely impossible for Toon Link also. And I just feel like I saw a punish slip through Rima's hands.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the slow fall down air, though. Beautiful stuff from Rima.
Can't believe he got away with that.
Yeah, for those of you guys who have no idea what just happened, if you do a stall and fall move like Toon Link's down air, while okay. So if you do a move like that while you're receiving knockback, it'll actually kind of like mesh with the knockback, and you'll just fall really slowly instead of rocketing to the ground. So that can help fend off any attackers if you have like a long active hitbox protecting you.
Yep.
And there we go.
Yeah, he went for the forward smash there, recognized that Como was all the way off on the side of the stage. Would have gotten a kill if he actually ended up hitting it, but not quite. Como now having that limit. Rima's looking for a bomb confirm, but Como just holding onto that shield.
Oh, there we go. That shouldn't be the stock. Yeah, Cloud just a little bit too bulky, but now he has to use his limit. Okay, gets him with the explosion hitbox on landing. Thought he was going to do it again. This is so intense. Who's going to take this first stock?
This first stock is so important to both of these characters. But there's the up air from Koma. And actually, since he got the star KO, he gets a little bit more time to charge his limit. A little bit of an advantage there. Top character privilege.
Also, Rima had not jumped from the edge, I believe, at all until then. And Komorikiri is still just ready for it. I think showing a little bit of that Kansai familiarity. These guys play each other.
Knew that he ran through other options. It was like, all right, well, the next one's got to be jump.
Exactly. That process of elimination, deductive reasoning. You know, this guy's a genius. That's why he's this far in the bracket. But the same could be said for his opponent.
Wow, with the down air, just coming down with that. That's not usually an option.
It's not.
That you see. That's usually something that, you know, is reserved for your little brother.
I was just going to say, that's like the elementary school melee. Like, you pick young Link, you double jump and go all the way down with down air.
Shout-outs to Kirby. So he's got the limit right there. Rima bringing this back, though, with an excellent combo into that throw. Right now he's just going to throw his projectiles.
Yeah, sadly, Toon Link doesn't get anything off of his throws guaranteed. Best he can do is get some positioning and some setups, but... Oh, Komorikiri looked like he was ready for that jump again, but actually missing the punish, and now Rima has to get real creative because there's a Cloud with limit waiting for him. Oh my God.
He smelled that out so far in advance, took him all the way to the right side of the stage.
Look at him fighting back a smirk so hard.
Oh
you
my
see
gosh.
his face.
He's so comfortable with this. Like the amount of... You have to have so much confidence to go for something like that. That just was absolutely insane. He just follows him all the way off and goes for that finishing touch.
I just still can't believe his facial expression. Like, it looked like he was actively fighting with the corners of his mouth to not go up into the most esports eating grin of all time. Like, that was just too much for me. He's like, nope, gotta stay calm.
Yep.
Can't get ahead of myself here. And look at all these notable wins. This guy has beaten the best of the best from all around the world before. And he's going to try to prove this weekend that he really is just a strong contender overseas as he is back at home.
And honestly, I feel like this is probably the best you could ask for in terms of like a round one matchup at a tournament of this size. Somebody that he knows, he's familiar with. I think he got pretty lucky. The fact that, you know, Larry fell to Rima, this is probably good for Como in terms of like his future bracket success.
And in terms of his past record, because I believe he has already lost 2 sets to Larry before.
Yep.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but...
Well, you notice Larry was not on that list of character players that he's beaten.
Yeah, exactly. So
something to consider.
Definitely has lost at least once to him then.
So right now, Como with 93%. He's got firm stage control. Rima trying to bring it back. A few up tilts into an up air, racking up percent a bit.
Oh, and he just goes for the dash attack. That's something I've noticed Rima does that I've never seen any other Toon Link players do. He just will use it to break your zone, and I really like that, but not effective enough against Cloud, whose sword is like 4 times as large.
Yeah.
Wow, and the explosion, does that count as an SD? That's the last thing that hit him. I'm not even joking.
This takes away the kill. Like, no, I did that to myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, 89% on Como. He's nowhere near dying against a character like Toon Link on a stage like this.
Oh,
it's gonna be
maybe
hard.
He is, though.
Yeah, okay, that was a little surprising. I was surprised that he went that high.
But yeah, from the dead center of FD, he's definitely able to tank a few more bombs into fair. Oh, Rima! This is why this guy is so far in this bracket, though. Look at these creative setups, man.
It was explosive. I mean, Como just had like 80 to 90% of damage and then was suddenly up to 150 when he got hit by that F smash. Toon Link sneaks up on you, man.
Dude, I love how when Como plays Cloud, he makes it look like he's playing a Kingdom Hearts DLC or something. Like that forward air is the most Kingdom Hearts move I've ever seen, and so is the down tilt, and he just comboed them into each other. Literally, this guy is trying to use, like, Ragnarok or something. Oh, what? Rima! What are you doing, dude? That was insane!
Oh my gosh, the footstool into the down air. I was wondering if he was going for like a footstool setup, but I don't think that move has a weak hit.
No, it
in
doesn't.
terms of like resetting, yeah. So it was just something pretty there.
Well, at least he forced the limit out from Como there, and now he's still got him backed up in the corner. No, Como's still finding his way in, though.
Rima fighting back on Final Destination. Like we were talking about, man, I think this is a smarter counter pick against a character like Cloud. Toon Link is at 116. He's trailing by about 40%, but keep in mind, Toon Link with Rage is so incredibly scary with that up smash and forward smash. This is not over by any means.
Also, Toon Link just does not have the range to contend with what Komorikiri is presenting at the edge. Even with a bomb in hand, it's still a really risky game for him. Now he's starting to get a little more predictable, though, and Komorikiri is definitely scouting that. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. So close. I think he was looking for a bomb into fair, but actually Como ended up behind him. Wasn't able to do anything off of it. 152% on Rima. He's got to get back to the ledge safely.
And before Komorikiri gets too much limit. But the next hit for either of them will actually put Cloud into limit. And here we go. Barely survives that up throw, which really isn't a kill move, but it is at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was that intentional? I feel like it had to have been.
Who could say? The bomb actually saves him there.
Oh, and the up tilt, what a way to go out. Rima 0-3 against Komorikiri from Kansai, his basically neighbor.
Yeah. And you saw Komorikiri going for, you know, up air, up air, up air. He kept jumping into him, so what Rima was trying to do is just kind of air dodge into him, try to go past him. Did it one too many times, and Como just stood on the ground, waited for it, hit that up tilt. An adaptation, man. It gets you every time.
That up tilt, surprisingly strong kill move.
Yep.
It's always going to be a combo tool, and then once the percents hit 150, 160, you're like, oh man, I actually got to watch out for this.
Yeah. Especially with how much rage he had. I think he was at like 120.
Yeah, he was at 120, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So awesome stuff to Como. Like we said, man, I think that bodes very well for his future bracket success. You're running into somebody that you're familiar with, that you play a lot, get your momentum going, start off the day right with a win. So awesome stuff to him. He's going to move on to guaranteed, I think, 17th now. So he's like one win from top 16.
One win from quarters, then.
One win from
I'm
quarters.
pretty
Okay,
sure
yeah.
that that's how this bracket was laid out. But sometimes, when they start top 32, it's like because they reseed from pools, you advance like whoever was in winners past.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's the only clarification I would need. But